So let's take a look at the timeline in Kinetic Text Animator. It works a little bit differently than most of the video programs you are familiar with, but it has a lot of similarities also. Anything on the timeline you can obviously move around left or right. If you need to zoom in, you can do that to kind of do more fine-tune adjustments. You can also zoom out to see everything and so forth. So you can extend the left and right side of the animation blocks. We call these blocks. And notice that whenever you click on them, you get whatever that animation is with whatever settings there are. Now the pop-up text font here, that's actually not happening anymore. This is a beta that I'm recording with, and so we've fixed that. Now you can extend out other things like videos, but really what that ends up doing is just it snaps right back. So it's really it's not really extending the video. So you'll see it really just is going to just take the video as it is and the duration that it is. Now notice another thing. I've selected this video here, and what I really need to do, it's sizing this, automatically fitting it in. And so what I really need to do with this video is I need to go inside of another video editing program and crop this down to the dimensions. So I wanted to show you that is something that you'll need to do. I talk about that in other videos as well, but I've got an 800 by 600 size, which is a standard size. So if you're running into that, just bear in mind that we've just done that because it fits the stage better, but you can come into the settings and change that to whatever your size. And so if you have a bunch of stock footage that you want at 1280 by 720 or 1920 by 1080, then you just size it first and everything, and then it's not going to do that. But you do need to do any other resizing of the images or the video if for the stage size that you're going to be working with in Kinetic Text Animator using another program. So we may be adding that functionality in here later on, but right now it's basically it's going to size it automatically to fit the stage. So the audio is same thing. It can move around. You can have multiple audio blocks on different layers. When you're importing them, you can just go ahead and select. So if I delete this block, this audio file, for example, and this one here as well, if I want it on this, if I want to have it here, then I need to click whichever one that I want it on. So if I want the audio to come in here, I will come into the import, and I'll select. Let's go to. I have some downloads, or some downloads here, and I know that I did. There's a loop here. That's actually not the one. Let's see. I think there's a loop in this one. Yeah. So I can get that loop, and that is going to go on the one that I had selected. If I want to have something coming in here, then I need to go ahead and import that into there. So I'm going to come to the downloads. I know I have a little sound effect, in and out whoosh sound here. You notice I can do wave files. So I've got that in here, and then I can position it wherever I want. You can adjust the audio over here, or you can also adjust. There is oh no, not anymore. Well, yeah, the background volume is over here as well. But it's probably a lot easier for you just to simply kind of adjust it here. So this is going to be max volume. So if I play that, and then if I want that to be really kind of much smaller, I've got it almost to nothing. And it's real time, so that I was able to go ahead and make that adjustment. So that's pretty much how you want to work with it. Otherwise, there's a lot of similarities to many other timelines that you're probably familiar with in other video programs. If you've got vocals, you can zoom in here, and you can really kind of position your things to the audio. So I can sit there and I can play it. And if I had some vocals, let's pretend this is a vocal track right here, and let's make this come down pretty far. And so I say I wanted to make this match this animation to it or something, or maybe I'm going to match it to this over here. I'm able to do that. So I'm able to get this to kind of match up there, and then I can extend this out to the end or whatever to try to match it up. So that's how you work with the timeline inside of Kinetic Text Animator.